going to play this video first, and then I'll be adding in my commentary. But Bill Burr tells the media, get your balls back. Where are your balls, media? Where are your balls?
What about your reaction to Luigi Mangione? I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just
what do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth, I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
Comedians are on top of current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
So first of all, shout out to Bill Burr. I think he's doing a fantastic job. First of all, look, and I'll play the video again, but look, he said what he said. Pretty much he gave his opinion about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I don't think he's a big fan of him. And of course, he's getting a lot of pushback because people are saying about Bill Burr that, oh, no, he's joined the woke. I don't think so. I don't think Bill Burr's joined the woke. I just think that in many ways, the policies that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are implementing are upsetting a lot of people. And I have to say that in regards for your First Amendment right to speak, for people to talk, for people to at least share their thoughts and opinions, he's entitled to that. So Bill Burr gave his opinion on Gaza. He doesn't like what's happening there in Gaza. He gave his opinion about Elon Musk. And the thing is, like, what more do you want him to say? I think he gave his opinion as a sovereign citizen, an individual, and how he feels. Now, does he have a large following on social media? Absolutely, he does. And he's entitled to share his opinion with his viewers, supporters, and yes, his critics. But let's talk about the media, for example, because this should spotlight how incompetent our media truly is. You see, corporate media as an institution, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, BSDNC, I just wanted to call MSNBC, BSDNC, CNN, all these institutions, Fox News included, they are all corporate media. And the reason why they exist is because of Bill Clinton and the Telecoms Act, which he signed in the 90s, in which corporations can buy up all of our media. Let's be clear. Major corporate entities control the news. So that means the news that's being presented to you is under the big, gigantic thumb of their corporate overlords, the people who run the thing. And I don't like it, and neither should any of you, no matter where you stand across the political spectrum. The reason why the media and journalism itself is not trusted by the public is because it's being controlled. We have professional stenographers telling us what to think, what to feel, all the while telling us why we should not question things and where we should be obedient and follow the orders. Where is the media? Well, it's independent media, but independent media is being silenced. What happens when we see all these quote-unquote experts on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC, ABC, or CBS? They usually have a roundtable telling us, gee, should we do this or should we not do this? Should we go to war or should we not go to war? I remember these same corporate media outlets talking about the war in Iraq way back in the early 2000s. The one thing that should have been really pushed hard was, does Saddam Hussein have weapons of mass destruction, which he never did. And we were led into a ridiculous war that is still scarring the American people. Same thing for this war in Afghanistan and all these other wars that we got led into. The vote blue, no matter who crowd, just let us fall asleep, especially under the Obama years when we went from 2 wars to 7. The ongoing war machine. Even Trump gave away the secret sauce. Why were we in Syria the first term? We're there for the oil. We're there for the resources. First time ever the American people got open transparency about why we're in the Middle East, because of the oil. because of the resources. That's it. Not for freedom, not for democracy, not for rebuilding, not to restore order. It's for the resources. It's for the money. It's about the dollars. And the media won't talk about it because the same people who control our media are the same people who control the politicians. And the media will not ever jeopardize their access to their politicians, to their cash cow. Why? Because that's how they get the clicks and views. So when you have somebody like Bill Burr or Joe Rogan or anybody else, and they might have a controversial hot take, to be like, why did you say that? Why are you doing this? Why do you feel this way? Why? Why? Well, it's because the media is not going to allow the American people to think critically. Remember, George Carlin, he told us the truth. That infamous sketch, hey, it's one big club and you ain't in it. Because they want you to be smart enough to run the machines, but not smart enough to question why things are the way they are. And I think the 2020 lockdowns should have been that really big eye-opening moment for a lot of Americans on how far they're willing to go to control us. Now, whatever your opinions are on Bill Burr, he is right. He's a comedian. He said he's a professional dancing clown. He's entitled to his opinion. But then media, do your job. Question, be critical of Elon Musk. Be critical about why we're in Gaza. Be critical of everything that's happening. You're supposed to inform the American people and hold those in power accountable. You're supposed to be the force of state, right? That's what they're supposed to be. But because Democrat and Republican politicians are owned by corporate donors, and because those same corporate donors, thanks to Bill Clinton, who signed the Telecoms Act, this is why we are here. This is why things are bad. I want to play this video again one more time for all you lovely, beautiful people.
Tell us about your reaction to Luigi Mangione. I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just
What do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth. I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
Comedians are on top of current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
Also, I want to add something here about the Luigi situation because, again, we have our Attorney General who has written a statement. We did a story about that, calling for the death penalty for Luigi. And I, for one, do not want to see that happen because if Luigi is executed in that way, I fear it's going to cause a lot more problems and it's not going to solve anything at all, period. This is how, again, a society, as people, we need to remember that, look, just because someone's got a large following on social media, they should not be revered as the all-seeing source of information. Because remember, Bill Burr is human, as am I. I'm human too. I make mistakes. That's called passing the buck. The job of the media is to hold those in power accountable. And that's why independent media exists. When I do this show, one thing I expect all of you, my audience, to do is to do your own research, do your own analysis and perspective, and actually, more importantly, look at other sources of information too, so you are actually a well-rounded, informed individual, because the responsibility now is up to us to sift through all the BS that corporate media is feeding us so that we can get to the truth of what is being hidden from us, what is being put in the background. There is a change coming. And we just can't rely on celebrities or comedians or anybody. It's up to us to get out of this. It's our social responsibility for us to become informed citizens. For too long, corporate media has kept us in the dark. For too long, corporate media has been feeding us the same slop. We don't break away from it. We pass on this generational trauma of being uninformed to the next generation. And we have to be better than that.